July 14, 1789. Paris. Before the Bastille prison, a crowd began to gather. Workers, merchants, in their hands, axes and spears. Everyone held their breath. What were they thinking in that moment? Until this day, Paris had been starving. The price of bread had skyrocketed. The Third Estate, the vast majority of the population, bore the burden of taxes and labor obligations. The privileged classes enjoyed exemptions and advantages. Yet, the royal court did nothing. Through the streets, resentment churned. We starve while the palace feasts in luxury. Rage spread through every corner of Paris. But it wasn't just hunger. The nobles will attack us. Foreign troops are massing around Paris. Rumors of terror drove the people to arms. Behind it all lay a political crisis. The king's gathering of military forces. The dismissal of Finance Minister Necker, beloved by the people. July 11th. Necker was removed from power. The citizens knew. The king means to crush us by force. And on July 14th, that rage and terror exploded. The governor of the Bastille, Bernard-René Delaunay, 49 years old. His garrison consisted of a small force of veterans and Swiss guards. Their numbers were far from many. Citizen representatives made their demand. Surrender your weapons. Delaunay hesitated. 1:30 p.m. The negotiations collapsed. Attack. Citizens rushed the gates. The garrison opened fire. The first victims fell. But the crowd would not stop. 4 hours of battle. Evening. The defenders surrendered. The Bastille had fallen. The people had won. But the price was steep. 98 citizens lost their lives. Meanwhile, the garrison suffered only a handful of casualties during the fighting. Delaunay was captured. The crowd dragged him toward the city hall. But along the way, the mob turned on him. He was killed. After the surrender, 6 or 7 men, including Delaunay, lost their lives. Then the crowd entered the prison. What did they find inside? 7 prisoners. 7. 4 forgers. 2 men who had lost their minds. And 1 debauched nobleman. The people were stunned. Is this all? The Bastille was no longer a symbol of political oppression. It was merely an old, barely used prison. But that didn't matter. The Bastille was feared not for the number of its prisoners. It stood as a symbol of arbitrary detention, imprisonment without trial. That's why the very act of breaching those gates marked a political earthquake. What mattered was the act itself. The people had defied the crown. The people had won. On this day, something changed. We are not powerless. That night, the flames of revolution spread through Paris. News of the Bastille's fall swept across France. Peasants rose up. They attacked the manors of nobles. They burned feudal records. We will pay no more taxes. The great fear of the summer of 1789 led to the decrees of August 4th. The abolition of feudal privileges. The dismantling of the old order became institutional reality. Centuries of absolute hierarchy crumbled with a deafening crash. And on August 26th, the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen was adopted. Men are born and remain free and equal in rights. This wasn't a declaration. It was a challenge to every monarchy, to every privilege. But the revolution spiraled out of control. 1793. The Reign of Terror began. Under the emergency regime centered on the Committee of Public Safety, Maximilien Robespierre and his allies wielded tremendous power. They executed enemies of the revolution without end. The guillotine. Every day, heads rolled in the square. Official executions through revolutionary tribunals claimed around 17,000 lives. Methods weren't limited to the guillotine, and Civil War casualties existed separately. July 28, 1794. Robespierre himself met the guillotine. Just like those he had condemned, he too was executed. The revolution devoured its own children. The Bastille stands no more. Soon after the revolution, it was dismantled. Pieces of stone were distributed as commemorative relics. Today, a column commemorating the 1830 revolution rises on that spot. But beneath the ground, the memory of 1789 still sleeps. What the Bastille left behind was not a building. It was an idea. Men are born and remain free and equal in rights. This single sentence changed the world. The American Declaration of Independence, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, democratic constitutions across the globe. This declaration profoundly influenced modern rights theory and continues to inform constitutional and international human rights discourse. July 14th. In France, this day is still celebrated. Bastille Day. Parades fill the streets. Fireworks light the sky. The form of the parade may evolve with the times, but the spirit remains unchanged. More than 200 years since that day, July 14th is still honored as Bastille Day. So what can we learn from this story? First, change comes suddenly, but its seeds were planted long before. Hunger, inequality, ignored rage, and fear. All of it built up, then exploded. Second, the power of symbols. The Bastille was no longer a major prison, but it symbolized arbitrary power. Destroying a symbol liberates the mind. Third, revolutions come with a cost. To win freedom, blood must be shed. The reign of terror, civil war. Between ideals and reality, countless lives were lost. Now I ask you, is change possible without violence? History tells us many revolutions began in violence and ended in violence. But today, there is another path. Democratic elections, peaceful protest, the rule of law. If you faced injustice, which path would you choose? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for witnessing this moment in history with me. On July 14, 1789, the citizens of Paris tore down the walls of a prison. But what they truly shattered was the wall of despair, the belief that change was impossible. History is made by those who dare. If this story moved you, subscribe so you never miss the next moment that changed history. Hit the notification bell, and each new chapter will find you. Until next time.